This is Mr. B's Basic Hand Drums, lesson number 3 for ages 8 to 18 and older, brought to you by the Utah Division for Arts and Museums. Hi everybody, it's me, I'm back, Mr. B. Today I have a guest with me. And this is my daughter Hannah, and we're going to start out by playing a little bit just to get things going and get things rolling. She's going to start.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, that was fun. More introduction on Hannah. Hannah has been drumming since she was a little teeny person. Probably started when she was 2 because I started drumming before she was born. And she's really good, isn't she? So today we've got 2 of us here because we're going to do something different. But first I want to talk about this drum, okay? This is another djembe, but this is called a djembe cajon. It is completely made out of wood. We'll talk about cajon drums later, but this one is a djembe cajon, and it was made in the United States. This one was made in Vermont, and it's just got this wonderful woody sound. It's got really good slap, a lot of fun to play. So this is a djembe cajon, and I'm going to start out today asking you a question. How many of you guys have ever listened to professional African drummers before? Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Raise your hand. Okay. I see a few people have their hands up, but most people, they really don't know if they have or not. So I'm going to change the question a little bit. How many of you have ever listened to the music of Disney's Tarzan and The Lion King? If you have, you've listened to professional African drummers. You just didn't realize it because you were listening to Disney, and so you're singing along and listening to the melody. Next time you do that, stop listening to the words. Stop listening and humming the melody. Listen to what's going on behind the melody, and you'll hear these wonderful, amazing drummers that are doing African rhythms behind it. And you'll listen, you'll go, oh, wow, that is just so complex and so difficult. I'd never be able to play like that. Well, you're wrong, because it's really quite simple. Okay? African drummers and drummers all over the world, they will have 4, 5, 6 drummers, each with a different sounding drum. One like a djembe, one like a cajon, other drums. And each of the drummers will be playing a different rhythm. But they'll play them all at the same time. So you'll have one rhythm on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. And it makes the whole group sound so complex and so interesting. So that's what we're going to do today. You guys have learned in the previous lessons, you have learned Jolie and Sinte and Dogon. 3 simple rhythms. Now today we're going to take Jolie and Sinte, and we're going to stack them on top of each other. So that's what we're going. That's why I brought Hannah along with me. Now we're just going to show you how easy and simple it was. We were just when we started playing, we were playing. She started with Jolie and I started with Sinte, and then we moved around to other rhythms. We're just going to do a little bit of just Jolie and just Sinte, a little bit slower than we were just doing, to show you what it sounds like. And then we're going to play a longer part and let you join in with Jolie or Sinte. You decide how you're going to do it. So this is how it goes. We'll just play a little bit right here. Jolie. Okay, so that's what we want you to do now. I want you to join in. We're going to play for a full minute, which really doesn't sound like it's very long, but it is. That's a long time to play. Just one thing. We're going to play for a full minute. She's going to play Jolie. I'm going to play Sinte, and I want you to try to play along with us. Okay, and so that's what we're going to do. But you know what? Before we do that, we need to do a little bit of warm-up. Okay? And so we're going to get warmed up first, because and then we'll play, then we'll start playing. In fact, at the end of the warm-up, we're going to do it. So we're going to start with regular warm-up, okay? So, start with your dominant hand on basses. I'll play 3, you play 3. Here we go. Other hand. Both hands. Tones, right. Other hand. Both. Slaps, right. Left. Both. Flams, basses. Tones. Slaps. And Jolie. 1, 2, ready, and. Now we're going to combine the two, put one on top of the other. Hannah's going to start with Jolie, and I'll join in with Sinte, and we'll go for a full minute.
Okay.
Now I want you to go back and start this section over again, and whichever rhythm you were not doing, try that one. And then sometimes you might try going from one to the other during that minute. You can go back and forth. Okay? We do have one other rhythm that you learned in our last lesson. It's called Dogon. And if you remember, I want to jump so high until I reach the sky, that one. We want to layer that too. But since there's only two of us, we can only do two layers at the same time. So you're going to be the third. We're going to start the same way we did this last minute. Hannah will start with Jolie. I will start with Sinte. Then I'm going to stop after just a few seconds of playing, and I'm going to start playing Dogon. And I want you to be playing Jolie or Sinte or Dogon with me. So, are you ready? Here we go. This is going to be another full minute. Once I get started on Dogon, then I'm going to start the timer for the whole minute. Excuse me. So, here we go. Very good. Now, feel free to go back and forth, go rewind. You can even speed it up. You can slow it down if you feel like we were going too fast, which I noticed we were going pretty good clip.
Moderate.
And so, whatever you feel like, make sure that you feel comfortable. So if you're still struggling, go back, slow it down, do it with this slower, and then speed it up to normal speed, and you might, even if you feel comfortable, even click it up to fast. So have fun with it. This was a little bit shorter of a lesson than the first two, because you already know pretty much everything that we're talking about. We're just adding more skills as we go. So this is the end of our lesson. Remember, this is brought to you from the Utah Division of Arts and Museums. Thanks. See you on lesson 4.